head over to fifacoinsonline.com for fast and reliable Ultimate Team coins. Alright guys, and welcome back to another one of my teammate challenge videos. And basically, for those of you that do not know, this series is kind of like an overpriced versus affordable, or a go big or go home series, where I compare two players in the same position and then give my review on what player I prefer on FIFA 13. However, a couple of things that are different in this series are when I am reviewing the players, the price of the players is completely irrelevant on my decision on what one I prefer on FIFA 13, so it's not like an overpriced versus affordable in that respect. And another thing that is different is I review teammates, so it's two players for the same team in the same position. So as you can see guys, in this episode I've actually decided to do Agbonlahor versus Benteke, and both these players are strikers from Aston Villa. So one of the main reasons that I am actually doing this teammate challenge is because you guys have actually requested it quite a lot in previous episodes, and also on the weekend Benteke managed to get himself a hat-trick, and I'm pretty sure Agbonlahor also got himself a goal, so I thought there would be no better time to do this review than today. So also another thing which is actually quite different in this episode is both players are actually silver, and in previous episodes of this series I have never done a teammate challenge with two silver players. So first of all, with the review we're going to talk about the prices, and Agbonlahor can be picked up for around 120,000 coins, whereas Benteke is around 30,000 coins. So here you can see already both players are really expensive, especially for their ratings, but that is because they are both silver players, and silver players are quite rare on this game. So as you can see, just as an example with these two players, the price of silver players is definitely exaggerated on the market just because they are quite rare. But to be fair, Agbonlahor has got some really good stats, and I can see why he is worth 120,000. But I'm just going to throw it out there and say straight away that I don't think Benteke is worth 30,000 coins even for a silver player. I think he's only worth around 5,000 coins. And the only reason that he is so expensive on the game is because of his performances in the Barclays Premier League this year. Because I do believe that if he had been playing rubbish this year, he'd probably only be worth around 2,000 coins, because I don't really like Benteke on this game. So then moving on to the weak foot and skill moves of both players, Agbonlahor has 3 stars under both of these traits, whereas Benteke has 4-star weak foot and 2-star skill moves. So if you're anything like me on FIFA 13, skill moves are completely irrelevant, and all I look at is the weak foot. So under the weak foot aspect, Benteke has 1 more star in the weak foot, so I would have to say that Benteke does slightly edge this weak foot and skill moves head to head. Then moving on to the higher skill of both the players, Agbonlahor's higher skill is of course his 94 sprint speed, and this can be compared to Benteke's sprint speed, which is 81. So here you can see there is a massive difference between the sprint speeds of both the players. But then that does bring us on to Benteke's higher skill, which is 87 strength, and this can be compared to Agbonlahor's strength, which is 83. So here you can see that Agbonlahor isn't actually too far off under the strength skill compared to Benteke, whereas Benteke is massively behind in the sprint speed compared to Agbonlahor. So some other really important skills for strikers are the finishing, and under this skill Agbonlahor has 75, whereas Benteke has 73. So here you can see both the players' finishings are actually quite close. Also long shots, Agbonlahor has 74, whereas Benteke only has 61. So here you can see Benteke's long shots are really poor. But then going on to the shot power, Agbonlahor has 78 shot power, whereas Benteke only has 74. And that leaves us on to the final stat, which is quite important for strikers, and that is their heading. Under this skill both players have 76. And this is quite surprising because you would expect Benteke to have higher heading stat than Agbonlahor on the game, but this isn't the case. So as you can see under these skills, Agbonlahor actually beats Benteke under everyone apart from the heading, where the players' ratings are the same. But this does actually bring us on to reviewing the attacking and defensive work rates, and under this skill both players have medium and medium. So I do prefer players to have a high attacking work rate, but unfortunately none of these players have high attacking work rates. Finally guys, this does actually bring us on to the part of the video where I talk about the goals and assists that the players got in 5 games. So out of 5 games, Agbonlahor got 6 goals and 2 assists, whereas Benteke only got 5 goals and 0 assists. So here you can see Agbonlahor actually managed to get 1 more goal and 2 more assists. So finally, as a little review, I would definitely say never ever buy Benteke on the game. I know that's quite a strong statement, but for 30k he really isn't worth it. Also, I would say only get Agbonlahor if you are getting a full English silver team or a full Barclays Premier League silver team, because otherwise he just doesn't compare to gold players on the game, especially for the price at 120k. But because in this series that price is irrelevant, I would say if you were going to get one of these players, definitely get Agbonlahor and try and stay away from Benteke as much as you can, because he really is overrated on the game and he only is at 30k on the market because of his performances in the Premier League this season. But anyway guys, that does actually bring us to the end of the video now, and if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up, and also leave in the comment section down below which 2 players you want me to review in the next teammate challenge.